Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the session on interview preparedness. All right. So, as part of that, we are going to take you through a journey of various possible interview questions that can be had in excuse me, that can be had during your interview process, especially in the space of data science. Okay, and all right. So here we go. I was just trying to open my YouTube, some problem. Anyway, I'll be trying to look at it. So here we have the mind map, which we have discussed multiple times, and I've told you that you must all extensively work with the mind map and okay. Um, yeah, just one more minute, please. Yeah, just wanted to see YouTube live. My bad. All right. So, like I was saying, the mind map is something that you need to extensively prepare and go into great depths at every stage. All right, our mind map, our website, our articles. All right, you refer to our article page. There are so many things that are there. Now, this article, all right, so many aspects are there. All right, so within that, you can have, data science blog. There are so many things that you can probably. There are some generic things, but there are some other things also. Okay, other blogs also, specific blogs. For instance, data transformation and data science. Okay. Then principal component analysis and data science, feature engineering and dimension reduction. All right, this is another thing. So there are various things that uh, we have. Data sampling is another very important aspect that you may want to check out. All right, and an interesting article about AutoML. All right, so some of the things that you should be kind of aware. So 360digitmg.com is having extensive details about our all right, and it is, I mean, like a bottomless pit. Okay, so if you look at only the technical, I mean, obviously I'm assuming all of you are already done the curriculum and course and already are qualified, if not experienced, data scientists. If you want to look at the critical or the technical aspects, NLP toolkit, I'm just uh, kind of giving you the importance also. You see this particular scroll bar, it goes on and on and on and on and on. All right. So we have so many things, and all this has been created for your benefit. All right, for the benefit of just about anybody. Okay. So just simply open box plot. What is box plot? And look at this. Look at this wonderful thing. It is a conversation. It's between two friends. They are discussing. All right. And it is not just simply, box plot is something, a visualization. You look at this and look at the number of views people have seen this. All right. People get into the details. So one is being able to answer the interview question. That is definitely an essential aspect of it. That is okay. Right? You need to be able to answer. But the other most important aspect is having a thorough grip on the understanding. All right. Uh, I have taken interviews of people who have managed to rattle off the right answer. All right. They have managed to rattle off the right answer because they have memorized it or because they have gone through the bunch of, uh, expected question and answers, hundreds of thousands of expected question and answers. They have gone through it and they have rattled it off. But as an interviewer, especially as a technical interviewer, you will definitely be able to catch whether the person is rattling off from memory or the person is giving the answers with a complete understanding. All right. And that is exactly what the interviewer will be looking for, and you'll be able to catch it. And this study of this article, I mean, you just have to read through it. You don't even have to memorize it. You just have to read through this article, and you will be definitely in a much better position to understand what the finer nuances of you know the things are. All right. So please do use this. Okay. Um, Python 3.7 list of assemblage data types in Python. Wow, this is again another conversation. And 3.7, okay, 3.7 now obviously the next version also has come. So all right. So just use this, and I always say this: there is no shortcut. All right, you have to get into the details. You have to get into the uh, depths of the things. Only then it will work. Superficially trying to do it and then trying to um, um, you know um, trying to crack your interview and trying to find out, okay, I know this much, let me try my luck, rest I will learn on the job. All right, that is something that is definitely not acceptable. You will definitely have to get into the depths of it, and this is here. All right. um, there are a lot of generic things, but there are a lot of technical things, even equally good technical things also are there in this particular uh, courses. So please do that. Okay. So like I said, the mind map, within the mind map also some important articles are there. So, and our own participants, they write blogs, left, right, center, they write uh, blogs, and that is here. Okay. So let's on that note, let me just continue and use this Word document. Okay, so interview preparedness is the session, is the thing that we are going to be now discussing, and we'll be going through certain random questions. All right. Um, so one of the most common questions that I have, in my experience, seen very people that they often ask. I mean, participants of my participants when they go out and attend the interview. Well, right. One of the common things that they are often asked and that they are often come back and say, matlab, I would say 50% of the people are asked this question. It is about the confusion matrix for confusion matrix. Let's just call it the confusion matrix. Now, one of the biggest challenges, all right, correctly identifying FP, TPT, and FPFN, and then the various formulas, all right. All right, then the extension of the confusion matrix is the ROC curve, all right, and within that choice of the optimum cutoff value. Cross tabulation, yeah, that's okay. We can also call it cross tabulation. All right, these are the interpretation of the ROC curve, choice of the optimum cutoff value, all right, other aspects of ROC curve. So let us first identify this, all right. So Now let me explain what is the meaning of these existence and non-existence in the thing here. In the cancer, no cancer case, it is important in the employed churn, not churn case. Is it clear, friends? All right. So that is why you will call it 1. Okay. So now what we need to remember here is I shouldn't have done that, but having done that, let me just finish it off. Okay, leave it. So the rules of this thing are, all right, some of you may have different rules, but follow my rules. All right. Rule number 1. So therefore, here you have positive, here you have positive, here you have negative, here you have negative, because it is a prediction. Then the next rule is if the prediction is so therefore now this is all you need to remember. Now this is where people make a mistake. Is it clear? All right. Remember these. The first rule is the most important. Now what happens? The people look at this thing and existence, and they call this entire row as positive and positive, which is incorrect. All right. They call the entire row as positive and positive, which is incorrect. That is where the biggest mistake happen. In fact, you have to call the column as positive and positive. And for the purpose of identifying whether it is a correct prediction or an incorrect prediction, only then we will look at the actual values. Otherwise, we will be not looking at the actual values. All right, friends? Okay. Next, various formulas for the measure of accuracy. So we have correctly identified TPT and FPF, and now this is something that people will try to confuse you, given that it is a confusion matrix. Now there are various formulas. Overall accuracy is simply all right, and then we have the measure of, maybe I can reduce the size here. Well done. Sensitivity. Okay. So what is sensitivity? Is also called as a true positive rate. So sensitivity, true positive rate. So obviously you will have TP on the top divided by TP plus Fn. All right. Sensitivity is the true positive rate. So true positive. So what does it measure? All right. The explanation of TP rate. Measure of model's ability to correctly identify the true positive cases among all the positive cases in the database. All right. What are the total positive cases in the database? TP plus Fn. Okay. So that is the total number of positive cases, TP plus Fn. Okay. So let me just give it some number so that then we have the specificity or TN rate. All right. Specificity or TN rate. Among the total all right. So that is what it is. Yeah. Total negative cases is this what it is. So this is with reference to the specificity. Now, interestingly, somebody has mentioned some other cases as well. So good thing that you have mentioned because I will be talking about all those things. All right. So there is something called as all right. Known as the false positive rate. All right. Also called as 1 minus specificity, also called as 1 minus T(n) rate. And the formula is pretty straightforward. All right. If you're going to do 1 minus specificity, all right. Now, similar to that, we also have what is known as Fn rate, which is rate, which is 1 minus sensitivity, which is 1 minus TPR. All right. So that is, let me just copy the formula for all right. So this is what it is. So here, let me just put it. How do I write this? Let me put this on a square bracket. So to put it on a single page so that you are able to understand it, There you go. All right, reduce the size so you're able to see most of it in one page. Now, obviously, it is not all. There is other measures also. All right. So, all right. This is the sixth measure. Now, there is the seventh measure also. All right. This seventh measure is called precision, also called as, yeah, only precision it is called, precision, which is TP divided by TP plus FP. All right. Now, obviously, the explanation for this is very important. So, it is a probability measure It is a probability measure to find out the model's ability right. It is the probability measure to find out, or not to find out, probability measure it is a probability measure that tells the model's ability to correctly identify a positive class as being a positive class. All right, that is more important. Now, coming back here on the top, sensitivity is all right. Sensitivity, true positive rate, or recall, or hit rate. These are the measures. Now, there is something called as the F1 measure. All right. There is something called as the F1 measure. Sorry, F1 measure. All right. Why F1? All right. Why F1? We have two measures that talk about the TP value. All right. We have two measures that talk about the TP value. Combination of the both in a single measure. So all right. So is equal to two times all right. So F1 score is two times precision into recall divided by precision per recall. Now I'm putting it in that way so that it is slightly better to look at, that is all. All right, it is not the perfect thing, but yeah, you get the general idea. All right, so that is the F1 score. Okay, so like this we have, obviously the F1 score ranges from however, if the F1 value is moderate, then it can be due to one of the following. Both precision and recall are moderate measures, B, one of them is low and other is high. Are you following, friends? Right? Are you following, friends? All right. So that is so much about the formula of just the formula itself, and so much you can do. Now, given this measure, now let me precision is also a measure of accuracy, and F1 score is also a measure of accuracy. All right. So we have measures of accuracy, measures of error, all these things are there. Now we will, in the next class, we will discuss a little more detail about the ROC curve, its interpretation, other aspects of ROC curve, all those things we will discuss that. But please do remember the thumb rule, which is, not the thumb rule, the rules, which is these 5. It is on the biggest rule, or the most important rule is, it is always about the prediction, never about the actual. If you remember this, the rest of the things will fall in place. All right. If you remember this, the rest of the things will fall in place. Okay. Thank you so much. Please continue to watch our sessions. Please like, share our everything on our social media platforms, on Facebook, on Insta, on LinkedIn, etc. Please do that, and please continue to subscribe to 360 Digit MG's YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.